believe Spoody just died in this like really simple Zone 2 scenario, and then he goes and plays Coda himself and can't get out of 1-2. Like,
yeah. I was watching you play Coda the other day, and there was a diagonal bounce trap black skeleton.
oh man.
And it's just because it's Zone 4, it's moving so fast already, and then the diagonal bounce trap that was kind of tucked around a corner, and it's like, how do you even react to that? There's just no time.
I remember that. And that entire day, those diagonal bounce traps in Zone 4 were just out to ruin my day. It was bad.
Brutal. Anyway, we are off. Jack on the left, Paper on the right. Jack is our high seed in this run, but of course, this is Crystal, so anything can happen. Crystal is the toppest of top tiers, and these races are going to be good and fast. And there might be dying. If there's dying, I imagine it's because, you know, both racers are pushing each other to the limit. So we may see some deaths, but we're also going to see some fast catching up in that case, I would imagine. Yeah, this is our Crystal overlay. Pretty cool. Thanks again to Grom for getting our overlays all set up for this tournament. And for all of our tournaments, besides the very first one that Will made, that is sort of the rejected stepchild of all of our layouts. But, you know, it served us for a while.
Yeah, for sure. All the overlays always look fantastic. And yeah, major props to Graham for all his work on that.
Yeah. And he's doing it out of the kindness of his heart. I think that's worth saying. He's a big fan of CoNDOR. He's always been a big supporter of ours. So we really appreciate it. It makes us look more professional. Oh, okay. This should be fun. I love this.
Swapping out the steak knife for this Obsidian Axe, one of the arguably one of the strongest speed weapons in the game.
And I think currently one of the most interesting, just because of its, like, you know, it's scary, but it's really strong. It's super fast, but easy to make a mistake. I don't know. I'm a big fan of this. Oh wow, Jack, you can see his paws there with the bat next to him. Oh no! In that case, Doopliss picking wrong and just panic attacked the bat. But of course, there was no knockback on that Banshee because there was a wall in the way. So you can kind of tell exactly what was his thought process in this trapdoor, where the hit, you expect that knockback, but of course there's a wall there. So you'd think you'd buffer a beat on the bat and then you'd be good to go. But oh man.
Yeah, just not
so
the case.
An early big lead for Jack here, and he knows how to push his leads. He's definitely good at slow playing the appropriate speed. I don't know if we can say the same for our next racers, but I give Ink too much of a hard time. But yeah, this Jack knows how to race. He might have raced the most amount of races ever. I don't know. He's definitely right up there. It's so he often finds himself very high up in the standings in most races, and so he's been under pressure and he knows how to deal with the pressure that he gets.
Yeah, so yeah, you can see immediately Jack, you know, knowing that his opponent, who was a few moments ago breathing down his neck, knowing that he's now dead, just gonna go check every shop. Probably gonna go out of his way to bomb into that potential transmog over there, if I were to guess. Yep, gonna do just that.
There he is, and it is indeed a transmog. Probably shovel and
yeah,
I don't know,
try and maybe get battle shovel is fine. Just probably wants that level 2 dig. Probably wants nothing to do with that arena. That is a very unsafe arena, and that's a very unsafe chest right there too. It's
what
the glass
floor. Glass floor, seriously.
But there is probably what he wants to be seeing, and
that armor. Tragically,
like,
not a red dragon. Otherwise, that would have made his life a lot easier. But now he's gonna have to do some fun little bomb strats. Oh, that white! He is lucky. If he thought incorrectly at all at that moment, that white spawned right at the wrong time, and he could have been dunked by it. So
interesting to see him intentionally avoiding the backpack, maybe just wanting to prevent any chance of using the wrong item and dying because of it or something.
Yeah, I mean that is kind of a safe play, unless your health is an issue. But I feel like I don't know.
His health's probably not going to be too much of an issue with this heavy plate he's running right now. Oh, and also these 6 cookies.
And all the cookies. And he is going to keep the Obsidian Axe over the Dagger of Phasing. It's probably the right call.
Yeah, he can't slouch too much. Doopliss is on zone 3 now, so
Yeah, I just noticed that Dupliss already on 3-1.
And
pushing
Dupliss
like
gonna go
crazy.
for a full push build, taking the courage with that Obsidian Axe.
Courage
Very
axe.
risky build.
Oh man, this is gonna be good. And he's just avoiding. Yeah, he is full on pushing right now. This is delicious. I love this. Look at him go. Look at him go. He's already on 3-3.
Yeah, skipping out on that that heavy plate from that shop right there in the 3-2. Don't know
So
if you
I
saw it on
imagine-
Jack's side, but
I would think that Jack is now noticing and is going to be turning the jets right back on again, which is precisely what Paper wants him to do, because you want to force the errors. You want to make your opponents.
oh,
Uh-oh, who's going to say it first?
I
Axe is not a broadsword.
here I got it.
Oh, man.
It might be a little bit of spoilers for chat, but there we go.
Well, they won't know who's going to die from it, so...
Yeah, I think just given the state of the you know, the armor situation, I think they can guess.
Yeah. That sucks. I was so excited he was getting so close, but yeah, the if you're gonna get hit by an enemy, Gray Goblins are not the ones to get hit by.
Yeah.
You guys really hurt.
Gray Goblins, you know,
they're
tied
3,
for
right?
yeah, they are 3 hearts. They're tied for, you know, the most damaging enemy in the game that isn't Deathbringer.
Yeah, so that would be with dragons and dark golems apparently.
Or I suppose if you want to count Lord enemies, there's
oh
Black
yeah,
Skeleton
Lord Black
Lords.
Skeletons, which are terrifying. Oh my god, what just happened there?
Dude was getting sandwiched between his leprechaun and monkeys and just
Getting robbed.
getting
Did he
robbed
hit
of all his
how did he
gold.
hit the leprechaun though? I didn't see the leprechaun aggro. I don't understand.
He was intentionally going for the leprechaun kill, but yeah, aggroed some monkeys while like buffering the beats out and just didn't have the time to actually get the
So
kill.
he did hit the leprechaun once. Oops. All right, well, this is definitely going to be a lot harder for Dupliss to gain the time back, though. He made a good push there,
Yeah, Dupliss is
stomping
like
over those spike traps.
yeah, still trying to go full push here, but Jack's starting zone 5. I don't see the catch up happening.
But I think Dupliss understands that he needs to make Jack push. Jack is a good enough slow player that he needs to force mistakes out of Jack. And if that means, like, balls to the wall pushing, go for it. Because that's kind of what he's got to do.
Jack with luck be able to just generate a huge pile of items here. Even got a transmute spell out of it, so could re-roll half of those.
Oh, yeah, there you go. I looked over and I thought maybe he had stepped on a scatter trap just by all those items on the floor. I didn't realize that he was next to a chance shrine for a bit, but pretty great.
Scatter traps, not very high impact in most of the races we're seeing, since traps only spawn in those side rooms that you don't really want to bother with in speedruns. But the few times we have seen them come into play, it's been pretty crazy.
Hilarious.
The paratrooper race where he totally intentionally used the scatter trap to lose his Ring of Darkness. Wasn't an accident at all, I swear.
Those scare quotes were audible. I liked it. Yeah, definitely intentional. And Dupliss already on the zone 3. Again, just pushing like crazy.
Passing on courage this time.
Yeah, I think because it's gonna take him too long to get to is the reason. That's what it seems like he's playing like.
Yeah, Jack making short work of zone 5. Already on the Deadbringer.
Oh god, Dupliss, all those goblins. But yeah,
Handle
on the
there,
Deadbringer. The real issue here might be if Jack forgets that he's got grenades and maybe wastes one. Although I guess forgetting doesn't mean you're going to waste, it just means you're going to bomb yourself. So I don't know.
Interesting transmute giving Dorian a harp. No, Jack knows exactly what he's doing with these grenades.
Yeah, he's got this. Oh, the red dragon spawn though.
Yeah, it's fine. Just focusing on Dorian's actions there to take out the red dragon with minimal
Smart
damage.
play. That wind mage could have really caused him some grief, but he handled it. Oh man, that's an army of skeletons there.
Now, see, now the thing about the harp is the harp, much like the axe, is also not a broadsword. So I think Dorian taking some unnecessary damage because of that.
Yeah.
The blood transmute to break out of the freeze, and
I like it.
that is it.
There it is. So Jack does take his first game. Reminder that the winner of this best of 3 will be our first racer into the playoff bracket. It's very exciting. Jack obviously, or sorry, no, that is not true at all. This will be the first person into our semifinals of our Crystal bracket. My bad. And then whoever wins that. So Jack getting himself one step closer to maybe moving on to that playoff bracket.
I do feel the need to give Jack a hard time, though, for not healing with the shopkeeper bro on the final gold pile.
Ooh, no, that's BM. Can't do that.
Yeah, you have to do that.
Oh, okay. All right. Ready and up. So our race is going to start in a sec. Like I said, very fast. That was a 9.5 minute. Mostly, I think, because of a little bit of slow play from Jack because of Paper's death. You'll know that those fast races are going to be the ones where nobody dies. And I think whenever you see a broadsword, there's a very good... Or sorry, an axe. I keep calling them broadswords, which is not helping my case at all.
For sure.
But whenever you see an axe that's like a late game axe, not a base axe,
we're going to see a
high chance someone's going to die.
Snappy reset from Jack there upon discovering it's transmog. Doopliss doing screen watching, also realizing it's a transmog, and is just going to save the bomb, giving him an early lead here.
Yeah, so we'll see if he can push that lead. I mean, it's not much of a lead, but hey, I'm sure he'll take what he can get. At this point, he is on the ropes right now. If you lose this match, you will be back into the Crystal Pool for next week and out of the contention for getting into the playoffs for this week. And you'll have to be playing against the likes of a Kane.
Oh, Doopliss, though, finding that one shot first, and whew, it is a hot one.
That is a spicy shop right there. So you get that heart on the way out, which is pretty nice. And yeah, Sitting Rapier, a very good weapon. A very good weapon that's reasonably safe. These racers should know how to handle themselves when it comes to the Sitting Rapier. We're going to see a luck charm for Jack, where Doopliss actually ignored it.
Oh, and both of them finding this peace shrine here.
Oh, yes. So Ring of Peace, Gluttony Charm. This is a much safer looking race. 5 heart containers already. And we might see some overhealing for extra heart containers. I don't know if cursed hearts really count as heart containers, but, you know.
They're kind of like a state between empty and full heart containers, is what I'd say.
They're like the Schrodinger's cat of heart containers. I don't know if it is or isn't a heart container. It's somewhere in the middle.
Something
Until,
like that.
Of course, you heal, and then it becomes one. Something like that. I don't know. It's really forcing that metaphor.
Doopliss with a bit of a messy deep blue is going to let Jack get some time to catch back up.
Yeah.
Seeing that Doopliss doesn't have anything from purple, so must have not been something particularly strong. I'm just going to check red there, get a coupon.
Yeah, purple was Ring of Charisma, so not really what you want when you have a Ring of Peace.
Yeah, for sure.
Jack taking a torch, which is a safe play, but not necessarily the faster play.
With the presence of Zone 5, a lot of racers are pretty heavily valuing torches just to be able to, see into those side rooms in Zone 5 without having to open the door or dig into them.
Yeah, that's true. If you see a trap, you know you're in the wrong place. If you see a conduit sort of curling onto itself, then you are in the right place. So that's something to keep in mind when you can see in those rooms. And we're getting those easy mini-bosses because of the Ring of Peace. There is a green dragon. Nice little push there by Doopliss to get himself to the boss. He's about a floor ahead of Jack right now.
Yeah, definitely where he needs to be. He needs to maintain that lead. This is a pretty safe pushing. This is a pretty safe build. This is a pretty safe run, so you need to put the pressure on.
Yeah, you want to be out in front when it's safe, for sure. I mean, being behind when it's not safe can be good with screen watching, but in this case, yeah, you just want to push your lead. So Luminous Torch, so yeah, like you were saying, putting a little extra stock in getting torches. I imagine that's probably what he was going for, so we can have ourselves a map, a free map, too.
Oh, and Jack just gonna go full push and just skip the boss chest altogether. I was about to say, I would imagine he's likely gonna be checking his purple chest, maybe try and get a better ring. But no, just gonna Ozma it and skip the boss and its chest altogether.
And his free map was no longer free after he got some freeze on that that bomb trap, so he had to use a bomb, but he's got lots, so it's fine.
Yeah, no harm.
And Jack is looking to catch up here. A little bit of shopping from Doopliss. He ended up getting the holy water, which is not really that great. Although being only at 2.5 hearts can be good. Might make this death metal fight faster, I think. That might be a technique you could use.
Yeah,
he could kill him
lunge,
here.
2 damage lunge into a... Oh, okay, never mind.
I guess not. All right, that's fine. Do what you want.
But,
Jack has completely caught up.
Yeah, it's dead even. We are looking at dead even. Oh, difference in chests here, though. Jack may be looking for some good headgear, like a blast helm or something, and Doopliss just keeping an eye out for good magic and getting the heal spell, which is really nice.
Yep, heal spell is really nice because he was down a bunch of hearts, so he'll be using that on the stairs, and he'll probably eventually turn that cursed heart into a real heart, like Pinocchio. That's how that works.
Yeah, exactly.
Inspired by Pinocchio. Oh, nice use of the, saving himself a couple beats there using that holy water. I liked it.
Could have taken the cheap greasy money there, but I think
Jack breaking his last shove.
Oh, whoa! Jack though found leaping. I think this, as long as he can keep alive with it, will make the difference.
Although we just watched Doopliss get himself a blood shovel too, which is going to speed up that Necrodancer fight. Not maybe as much as the boots, but still quite good. Something that Jack did not find. In fact, Jack lost his ability to have a quick first round by losing his glass shovel. Doopliss might need to do some YOLO teleports. Actually, no, that's not true. They're pretty much dead even at this point.
Yeah, Jack not comfortable enough with leaping to be using it during the level. Probably just mainly going to be using it, for the quick, Necrodancer fight and such. Using it to
Jack
speed up.
having a better exit room there. Oh yeah, and that's gonna be a much faster Chloral Rift.
Yeah, this is like if you find leaping and are not comfortable with it, at the very least, like when you're entering an exiting bosses, turn them on. Turn them on. There's no harm to it.
Yeah, it'll get you to the exit a little faster, save you a bunch of beats. All right, Doopliss needs to skip the chests and just go.
Yeah, I think so. I was about to say that. I mean, that freeze spell in the purple chest is really tempting. It's a pretty good speed tool, but at this point, I think, just...
Oh, that courage. I think
those courage spiked ears are tempting. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah. I think,
nice use of the trapdoor though. That was a smart play. That was something Jack actually avoided. He's got to slip through these secret rooms, and there he goes. Jack with about a floor lead. Doopliss got to make his way over to that conduit real fast, otherwise it's gonna take way too long. Oh, he's okay. He's okay. Jack with the freeze though. Yeah, that's really helping Jack get through those boss rooms. Oh, and this setup is a little bad here for Doopliss. So Doopliss unfortunately falling behind here. Reminder, if Jack wins this, he will be taking the he'll be moving on to the semifinals in our crystal playdown.
Jack's struggling a bit with the Necrodancer.
Oh man, that's awkward. Imagine that's the reason that Doopliss catches up. I don't think it's gonna happen, but it might.
Yeah, Doopliss still about a floor behind. Fighting Deadringer right now. As long as he gets out of this fight with all his health intact and blood heals after this fight.
Oh man!
Oh no! Getting the rider spawn, trapping him in.
Okay, what's up with Deadringer sometimes? This a CoNDOR? This isn't a CoNDOR Zoom thing, is it?
Even
like
with
when he's
even without that though. Even without that, though,
not charging you. Oh, I don't know.
Even without that, though, Jack was just finishing up his Necrodancer fight, so it wouldn't have been enough.